ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. One who has descended on this earth to establish the dharma, the religion, one who is the embodiment of all religions, and one who is the best among the incarnations. To such Sri Ramakrishna, my salutations to him. Om, peace, peace, peace. Dear devotees, in the previous Saturday, we were discussing about the benefits of meditation. Why should we meditate? And it should not be a mechanical process. And it should not be a one more burden with our existing burdens. We have got already a lot of burdens or problems, either a domestic life or professional life or with some other things. So meditation should not be one more problem or burden for us. Oh, we have to do meditate. What to do? So I have to do it, I will do it. That should not be our stand or approach. We should enjoy while doing meditation. And what is the benefit of it? At physical level, mental level, and spiritual level, we did try to discuss in the previous class. And prior to it, some of the different types of meditation we had discussed. If you remember, subjective meditation, that is Vedantic meditation, objective meditation, that is based on devotion, which we are yet to discuss. And the third one was it is subjective objective meditation. And the fourth is it is a bare awareness. It is neither subjective nor objective meditation. So the three types of meditation we had discussed, only the objective meditation probably I just had touched upon, but I had not gone in deep. So today I'll be trying to discuss about various types of objective meditation. As the name itself suggests, objective meditation means in the meditation we try to concentrate on an object. In the subject meditation, we try to concentrate on ourselves. We do self enquiry. Whereas in the objective meditation or object meditation, we try to concentrate on particular object. And when we deeply try to understand this, it can be classified into two groups, this object meditation. One is it is anthropomorphic meditation, which is called Tattva Dhyana by Patanjala system, where they try to meditate on Purusha, on Prakriti, or on Tanmatras, all these things. And the other is non-anthropomorphic meditation, which is called Pratika Upasana, which is a Vedantic type of meditation. And again, this Vedantic type of meditation, roughly it can be classified into two categories. One is ancient upasana or ancient techniques which we see in Vedas or Upanishads. Especially in Aranyakas we come across. That is called Vidyas. Though the commentators say that all Vidyas are not upasanas, but we get some glimpses of this ancient upasana paddhati. So there were two types of paddhati. One is what sampad they call, that is enrichment. Means, for an example, you take the water. Water is a common, just water, or just you take probably a plant or a flower. It is just a flower, but we try to enrich that flower, seeing that it is a manifestation of God or it is the form of God, and we try to enrich that particular symbol and we try to connect ourselves with the divine. And the other is adhyasa meditation. The adhyasa which we speak of superimposition in Vedanta, it is not that. Here adhyasa means it is filling the divinity in a particular object. Trying to superimpose or the filling the divinity in a particular object, and we try to meditate. Unfortunately, these two types of techniques we have lost. We don't have much uh, idea or much details about this Arvachina Upasana Paddhati, that is ancient meditation techniques. I mean, in the Prachina techniques. In the Arvachina, that is the post Vedic period, modern techniques which are called, they're based on the devotional scriptures. It can be categorized into 4 or 5 types of meditation. So one is Vedantic and the other is Patanjala in object meditation. In the Vedantic itself, it was this, I mean, again segregated into 2 things. One is Vedic time and the other is post-Vedic. In the Vedic, again, 2 subcategories we saw, which have been lost unfortunately. And in the modern Upasana Paddhati, modern techniques, it is roughly classified as 4 or 5 categories. What is that? One is Nama Japa. This is one of the Upasana Paddhati. Just try to repeat the Lord's name and try to meditate on the meaning of the Nama Japa, meaning of the Lord. Say, for an example, Om Namah Shivaya. So we are repeating the Om Namah Shivaya and we are trying to meditate on the word Om. What do you mean by Om, Namaha, and Shivaya? Who is Shiva? And salutations to Shiva, fine, but who is Shiva? So trying to meditate on the meaning of the name. This is a type of meditation. Then the next type of meditation is called Rupa Dhyana, meditation on the divine form. Maybe you are trying to meditate on the divine form of Shiva, or Rama, or Krishna, or Durga, or Kali, or Jesus, or Ramakrishna. Rupa Dhyana. We have got a divine forms, so trying to meditate on these divine forms. Then the other is called Guna Dhyana. We all have got qualities. We have got a nature. So similarly, even the God or goddesses, they also have got divine nature. They have got, I mean, divine qualities. I mean, all auspicious qualities, divine qualities can be seen. So yeah, on every quality of the God, we can try to meditate. Then, if you are well established in these 2 things, then they say that you can go to Leela Dhyana, the divine sport of the any incarnation. Maybe Jesus Christ, or maybe Krishna, or maybe Ramakrishna or Vivekananda. We can try to meditate on his divine sport that is called Leela. Then the final type of meditation in this modern Upasana Paddhati is Swarupa Dhyana. So for example, who is Shiva? Shiva has got 4 arms. Fine, Shiva is in Kailas or Shiva is in particular place, etc., etc. But who is Shiva actually? What is his inherent nature? What is his Swarupa? Or similarly with the Durga, or similarly with the Kali, similarly with the Ramakrishna, we can do Swarupa Dhyana. So these are the different type of techniques which is given by devotional scriptures, mainly Bhagavata, Pancharatra, Tantras, and probably Kashmir Shaivism. I don't know about Kashmir Shaivism, but all other these devotional scriptures, they prescribe these type of meditations. So probably let us try to understand these things. In this Nama Japa, why we should do Nama Japa? In the Tantra Shastra, they say Nama Nami Abhed. There is no difference between the person and the person who has got the name. For an example, there are 10 people are going in a group. If there is among the 10 people, one person is John. When we call, hey John, immediately the person who has got the name John, he reacts to me. He turns back and he says hello. That is the power of the name. And also in the scriptures, they say it is called Vachaka Shakti. It has got a tremendous power. And in Spotayana Vada, all these things are discussed in detail. And in science, according to Spotayana Vada, the whole world comes from this Pranava Omkara. It may basically from the sound. Even in one of the gospel, there also they say the God created the world and the sound, or the sound, the world has came from the sound. So it has got a lot of scientific explanations too. So the sound is the first manifestation of the divinity from the Nirakara or Nirguna Brahman. That's what they say. So the moment when we take this sound, it is not a normal sound, it is rather a divine name, when we keep on repeating it, it creates vrittis, it creates thoughts, and it becomes so much. When the Varshaka Shakti gets increased in us, then it removes our all impurities, it removes our ignorance, and we get the light, we get the vision, or we get the self-realization. And probably on some time I will try to discuss between the science behind the japa. And also we can try to meditate on the meaning. And also they say that while we chanting the name of the Lord, it should not be mechanical. While chanting, we should also try to hear the chanting so that it will have a positive effect on our mind, and probably the concentration will be increased. And sometimes we can also, while repeating, we can try to meditate on the meaning of this holy name. Say, for an example, Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Om is called Pranava. The whole world has been emerged out from that. And Om is auspicious. Om resembles the Parabrahman or the any god and goddesses or any divine, Supreme Brahman. And the goal and the path and everything is this Pranava, which is told in explained in Kathopanishad. And again, Namaha. Namaha means Na Mama. Salutations. I, not I, but thou. So removing my I, or removing this inflated ego, trying to reduce this inflated ego and trying to bring the God everywhere. That is the beautiful idea behind this Namaha. Na Mama. I am not I, but thou. And Shiva. This word Shiva comes from the root Sanskrit root called Sham. Sham means Mangala, auspicious. Though sometimes we feel that, oh, Shiva, we should not worship. Why? Because he's the god of destruction. He never destroyed the world. Rather, the pralaya should not be understood in the meaning of destruction. It should be understood in the sense of dissolving. Means from cause, the effect has come, and effect has been dissolved into cause again. That's all. So it is not destruction, it is dissolving. The effect is going back to its original state called virginal cause. And the Vedantins, they say that Maya. So Sham means it's auspiciousness. So the Shiva is with full of auspiciousness. So like that, there are different meanings for the name Shiva. So we can try to meditate on the Lord's name or on the mantra which we are repeating. For an example, Rama. Ra stands for the world, it seems. And Ma stands or represents Ishvara. Means Rama means one who rules the world. Just this simple two syllables, but it has got such a deep meaning. As per one tradition or one story of Ramayana, the story goes like this in Ramayana. Dasharathas, all the four sons, all the four sons were dear to him, no doubt, but somehow he had more liking towards Rama. So when the naming ceremony was happening, then Dasharatha, the father of Rama, he said to his priest, that is Vasishtha, that, oh, sir, please keep such a name for him so that everyone should be fascinated and everyone should like it by the mere name. Then Vasishtha, just he was seeing the baby, the child, and he was thinking what to give the name. Dasharatha was thinking probably he will give a very big name, or he will give such a complicated name where people will struggle to remember, by heart. So once they are by heart, which will be very unique and people will remember. So such type of his vague ideas, vague calculations was in Dasharatha's head or in his mind. But immediately Vasishtha said, after maybe a few seconds, then we shall name him as Rama. Then Dasharatha was very much annoyed. But out of respect, he was unable to tell. But still, somehow he said, Guru, I told you to give one of the best name, but you gave such a short name which has got only 2 letters. What is this? Then Vasishtha laughs at it, and Vasishtha starts explaining the meaning, esoteric meaning and other meanings, different meanings of this word Rama. When Dasharatha hears these different meanings, then he gets, he gets probably this is one of the best word or best name can be given to him, my dearest son, and saying that he accepted this word Rama and he named his eldest son by the name Rama. So that's again, Rama has got such a beautiful thing. And Rama also, like, it is very attractive. And even Ramante means the sadhus or the ascetics, one who rejoices in their heart. Such a personality who has got, he's called Rama. Ramante, like that. There's a beautiful Sanskrit definition for the Rama. So, like this, we can keep on meditating on the meaning of the mantras also. This is one thing. Then the next is Rupa Dhyana. See, every one of us, we have got forms. Every object has got different form. When we say chocolate, immediately a Cadbury's chocolate, dairy milk, or cracker, some chocolate form will come in our mind. And like that, every object, you name it, immediately a form will come. So these are maybe normal forms. But when the divine forms, when you try to meditate, they are not ordinary. They have got a lot of significance also. Say, for an example, even in with respect to Sri Ramakrishna's divine form, where in the whole history of the philosophy or whole history of spirituality and religion, first time we have got the exact photograph of an incarnation. Otherwise, all other incarnations has been painted by someone or based on the narrations of the scriptures, we have portrayed it. But whereas here, it is taken the exact photograph and we are getting this divine image. And Swami Vijnananandji, one of the monastic disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, he tells that, do you think that it is an ordinary form? By seeing it, we can understand that a person who has got self-realization, who has got innumerable visions, whose spirituality cannot be compared to anyone, is the embodiment of spirituality, embodiment of universal consciousness and whatnot. All such divine qualities, if has taken a form, how it will be, it is like Sri Ramakrishna. And he gives a beautiful explanation about Sri Ramakrishna's human form. And Sri Ramakrishna himself says once that by this image, whoever the spiritual advanced person, if they see, they will be able to understand that a person who has attained highest spiritual attainment, such person can have only this type of form or this type of posture. So it's such a divine form. So Rupa Dhyana. So scriptures give a warning here. We remember a person. So that's what when we close our mind and when we think, we'll be able to remember a particular person's form. So similarly, if we are practicing this Rupa Dhyana, and especially in the Ramakrishna mission traditions, monastic tradition, that Nama Japa and this Rupa Dhyana has to go together. So when we sit, probably if someone of us, we have taken Sri Ramakrishna as our chosen deity, we close our eyes and we keep repeating the Sri Ramakrishna's name and we'll be trying to visualize the form. I'm using the word, we have to visualize the form. But many of us, we may not try to visualize the form, we try to remember the form. I've seen a couple of times Sri Ramakrishna's form, beautiful. So I try to remember Sri Ramakrishna's form. If you try to remember Sri Ramakrishna's form, there are two problems can happen. One is it will become mechanical. And couple of times, hundreds of times, I've seen Sri Ramakrishna's form. So out of memory, I'll be able to recall, I'll be able to reproduce, and which becomes mechanical, can become mechanical. First point. Second thing, because I am instigating my mind to remember the Sri Ramakrishna's forms. Along with that, probably mind may also try to remember so many other things. That's why they say that we should never try to remember the form, divine form. We should try to visualize the form, divine form. This is a great difference between remembering the form and visualizing the form. When we try to do this Rupa Dhyana, we should try to visualize the form. Means closing eyes, feeling that Sri Ramakrishna, I am sitting in front of Sri Ramakrishna, and Sri Ramakrishna is sitting in the cross-legged position, and he has got two legs cross-legged, and every part of the body, we should start feeling, visualizing, with feeling, with the devotion, and with we have to visualize it seems. Then this Rupa Dhyana becomes very concentrated and very effective. So, and we'll be able to probably progress in our Rupa Dhyana meditation. And there's I think 1990 or 1995 around, there was interesting Research, I don't know again why they did try to do this research. The research says that 90% of the people can repeat the name and can also try to remember or visualize the form. But only 5% are the most. They will not, 5 or 10%, they will not be able to do the things, both things together, like repeating the Lord's name and remembering the God's form. Otherwise, most of the people, they can repeat the name and they can try to remember the or visualize the, they can try to visualize the God's form itself. So this is what Rupa Dhyana. And then very interesting is called Guna Dhyana. God has got innumerable divine qualities. Say for an example, he's always truthful, he's Satyavan, he's always with compassion, he's the embodiment of compassion, he's the embodiment of grace. So probably I think in Kandanabhava Bandhana, Swami Vivekananda addresses Sri Ramakrishna's Karuna Ghana. Means is the embodiment of Karuna, is the embodiment of compassion. And one more word he uses, and Swami Vivekananda describes Sri Ramakrishna as Prema Pathar. Pathar means it's like ocean, big, huge ocean. Prema. So is the ocean of love, is the embodiment of love, is the ocean of love, it seems. What a beautiful idea. What a magnanimous idea. So, like this, every incarnation, every form of God has got innumerable divine qualities. So, we can take every quality. Probably you have read Bhagavata, Mahabharata, they'll be able to visualize on Krishna. Whoever has studied Valmiki Ramayana or Adhyatma Ramayana or Yoga Vasishta to a certain extent, they'll be able to visualize about Rama. Similarly, whoever has read the life of Sri Ramakrishna, maybe Sri Ramakrishna the Great Master, or Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, or some other books on life of Ramakrishna, will be able to remember few qualities, few gunas of Sri Ramakrishna, and will be able to visualize when we'll be able to meditate on this guna dhyana. And probably who has read the Gospel, they will be able to remember Jesus Christ and how he was compassionate, how he was truthful, and how he was merciful. All these divine qualities we can remember, and we can try to meditate on each quality. Like he's a truthful, or he's with full of mercy, he's with full of love, even with respect to Jesus Christ. He was full of mercy and with full of love. Even the Last Supper, whatever we read in his life, it can be remembered as he was with full of love. And also we can see even in the life of Sri Ramakrishna, it's a Niranjana. Niranjana means is blemishless. He doesn't have any taint. He's not sinned. He has not done any wrong. So there is no taint. There is no blemish in him at all. He's a blemishless person. How to understand, for an example? So one meaning we can think that he did not any worldly desires at all. As I think the moment when we remember, we hear a few stories should come to our mind. A devotee, Marwadi devotee, in that time, probably in 1880, 81, 82, 10,000 rupees. Then 10,000 rupees was a good amount, huge amount. He brings 10,000 rupees voluntarily and he wishes to give Sri Ramakrishna. Please take it as an offering or my token of gratitude and respect. Immediately Sri Ramakrishna denounces, saying that no, I don't accept and I don't need it. But still he pesters. And Sri Ramakrishna calls Holy Mother Sharda Devi. And hearing the whole incident, and Holy Mother also says that if I take a money, what I will do? I will spend this money for you alone. Then whether you accept the money or whether I accept the money, there is no difference. Since you don't want, even I also don't want. So both people are such a, one is they had such a renunciation, such a purity, and such a blemishless character. Both of them they had. So this is one of the quality where we can meditate. And similarly, we can say one more incident in the life of Ramakrishna, where Mathurnath Vishwas. He was a rich landlord, we all know that. Thousands of rupees he wanted to deposit in the name of Ramakrishna. And he wanted to give good amount of land in his name so that after his demise, Mathurnath demise, so that Sri Ramakrishna's life is taken care. And this has been done voluntarily by Mathurnath Vishwas, a rich landlord. Imagine if that would have been for us, You would have been felt very happy, would have thanked him, and would have prayed for him and whatnot. But Sri Ramakrishna, rather, with angrily, he went to beat. You said, "You want to spoil me? You want to spoil my spirituality by all these things, temptations. Get out from this. Get out from here. I don't want all these things." Means he's completely free from these worldly desires. And one more, one of the interesting incident which we can remember here. Once Sri Ramakrishna and Sri Sharda Devi both are sleeping on the same cot in the same room in Dakshineshwar. And Sri Ramakrishna was at the age of 40 and 16 or 18 years is the Holy Mother's life, age. So both were in their young, both were looking handsome, etc., etc. Sri Ramakrishna used to sleep very less, we all know that. In midnight he got up and Holy Mother is sleeping. Sri Ramakrishna wanted to test himself and he said, "Look, here is your wife. She is lying down and you are a husband. You have got all the right to enjoy her. And don't be hypocrite. If you want to enjoy, you are free to enjoy." Saying that, he gave these auto suggestions to his mind and he wanted to test the body of the Holy Mother Sharda Devi. But in a fraction of a second, Sri Ramakrishna's mind withdrew and immediately Sri Ramakrishna went into Samadhi. And the whole history of the religious history, or in the religious history, we never come across such a wonderful incident. His mind withdrew, that's fine. We can come across this type of things in many saints' life, but it not only withdrew, but it went into instantly into Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. What a beautiful incident which we can remember on Gunadhyana. Means he was a blemishless person. He didn't taint from any wrong things or bad ideas, bad desires, or whatever. Then when I was telling that Prema Pathar, he was with ocean of compassion. Love, Prema Pathar. He was with full of love. Swami Vivekananda, afterwards, in his later days, he tells that. Initially, when we were young, Swami Vivekananda as a Naren, we didn't understand that Sri Ramakrishna is incarnation, is a god or not. We were attracted by his unselfish love. And his love so much, in front of his love, our parents' love became very less or it became very inferior. Such a love we experienced, all of us, from our master, Sri Ramakrishna. And of course, he descended on this earth that itself is out of infinite love or infinite compassion towards the mankind. We all come to this earth because of our purva karmas, prarabdha karmas. We have done so many actions, either good action or bad action in the previous life. As a result, to experience it, we have to take birth. So we don't have any option. Whether you wish or not, you have to come to this earth. You have to take birth on this earth. But in this people case, it is not so. And they have nothing to attain. And they have nothing to gain. They have nothing to lose. And they have nothing to hold on to. Only because out of compassion and out of love, they descended on this earth. Why? Because to help the mankind, to uplift the mankind. Prema Pathar. And also we can see Hruday Ram was one of his relative. He used to nurse Sri Ramakrishna, used to take care of Sri Ramakrishna. Afterwards, somehow, Hruday became egoistic. When the devotees started coming, when the devotees started showing respect, paying respect to Sri Ramakrishna, Hruday thought, because of him, Sri Ramakrishna is leaving, so all the respects should go to him. So all the respects, he is beneficial or he is benefactor. He is the fit person to receive all this respects. And somehow he became egoistic and he started tormenting Sri Ramakrishna. He started accusing him. He started behaving very badly. He started mishandling him, whatnot. Many times Sri Ramakrishna used to feel bad. But because he had served him so much, Sri Ramakrishna kept quiet. And because of his own bad actions, Hruday had to leave Dakshineshwar on one fine day. And he left and he went out, and afterwards he understood how Sri Ramakrishna used to love him, how to take care of him. Because he was in the vicinity of Sri Ramakrishna, he never had any problem. And he was with full of joy, with full of protection, full of good feelings, etc., etc. He understood. After a few months or few years probably, after 1 or 2 years probably, Ruday comes. But Ruday was warned that he should not enter into the temple complex, Dakshineshwar temple complex. So he sent a word to Sri Ramakrishna that please inform Sri Ramakrishna that Ruday has come. Now, probably 1 or 2, 3 years is over, and so many devotees have come assembled in Sri Ramakrishna's room. Sri Ramakrishna is sitting on the small cot and he's explaining, or he's talking on God, or on some spiritual matter, on religious matter. When someone comes and informs Sri Ramakrishna that Hruday has come and he wishes to see you, Sri Ramakrishna would have said, "Oh, that fellow, enough is enough. He tormented me. He made me to suffer so much. Let him get away. I don't want to see him." Probably we ordinary mortals, we behave in this fashion or in this type, in this manner. But Sri Ramakrishna said, "Is it? Okay, ask him to stay there only. Because if he comes inside, then he will have a problem. Because the owner has said that he should not come inside. Then I will go and see." And Sri Ramakrishna tells his devotees that some person has come to see me. I will go and meet them and come. Please be waiting for me. Or he immediately he leaves and he goes and it talks with Hruday with so much love and compassion and with concern, and as if nothing happened between them or whatever the problems he had to face from Hruday. With so much love and concern he speaks, and he feels sorry for his fate or for his present status, and he consoles him and he says that don't worry, mother will take care of you. He's so showing a love, concern, compassion, and concern, and he comes back. So Prema Pathar. And we can see also Girish Chandra Ghosh. He was a drunkard once, and left and right with all the possible foul language. Girish Chandra Ghosh, he scolds Sri Ramakrishna for no mistake. And all the devotees were so much annoyed. They were all angry. They were all furious. Probably if Sri Ramakrishna would have signaled, or if Sri Ramakrishna would have said, whatever you wish, you do it, they would have beaten Girish Chandra Ghosh black and blue. But they were all controlling themselves. Why? Because Sri Ramakrishna never allowed that. And after coming back to his Dakshineshwar, everyone said that from today onwards, Girish Chandra Ghosh should not come here, and you should never go to Girish Chandra Ghosh. And after that intoxication came down, Girish understood what the mistake he did, and he started crying bitterly. And he felt that if Sri Ramakrishna is a God, let him come and see me, or let him come and forgive me. And for his astonishment, and for everyone's astonishment, in just a day or two or a few in a week, Sri Ramakrishna again goes back and he meets Girish Chandra Ghosh in Calcutta, and he starts talking with him as if nothing happened. And Girish Chandra Ghosh falls at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna and he cries. He washes the feet of Sri Ramakrishna by his tears as a repentance. So, Prema Pathar. And one more, we can say that Satyavan. In the whole life of Sri Ramakrishna, if you see, we never not a single instance we come across that where Sri Ramakrishna has told lie. Sri Ramakrishna has not told lie even for the sake of fun. He tells his disciple, Rakal Maharaj, that is Swami Brahmananji, that even for fun's sake, you should not tell lie, because that's the reason I'm not able to see your face. Such a great personality. Probably one more quality of Sri Ramakrishna I will take, and we will go to the next type of meditation. Then one of the best quality which we can see in Sri Ramakrishna is Karuna Gana, embodiment of Karuna, embodiment of compassion. I think Tej Chand, a devotee, by this time Sri Ramakrishna had left his mortal coil. Tej Chand had seen mother, and he had a blessings of mother. And Tej Chand from probably poor family or mediocre family. He probably came to Calcutta, or in Calcutta, just he was on some work, he was walking, and he had 200 rupees in his pocket. But unfortunately, someone did pickpocketing and he lost his 200 rupees. Since he's from poor background or mediocre middle background, in that days, 100 years before, 100 rupees was too much for them. And he became very panic. He felt so bad. And he went to the Ganges riverside in Calcutta and he started crying. Thakur, what did you do? Now, if this 200 rupees is not there, I had to suffer a lot. For so many days, I collected, and that's how I was able to get this 200 rupees. What happened? If you are there, if your grace is there on me, please let me get back this 200 rupees. It is very much important for me. I am in bad need of this money. And for his astonishment, and in no time, he gets back the 200 rupees. And after some days, this Tej Chand develops asthma, bronchial infection. And it became so severe, and he was unable to breathe even sometimes. He had a lot of issues. Then again, he prays for Sri Ramakrishna. Oh, Thakur, oh, Sri Ramakrishna, if you are there, please help me to get away from this disease. And Sri Ramakrishna, probably he gets a vision or what, exactly I'm unable to remember now, but at least a sadhu comes, an unknown sadhu. He comes and he to the door of Techan and he gives a medicine. Take this medicine for your asthma. Your asthma is taken care. And this Techan was perplexed, astonished. How is it this possible? But still, he had some doubt in his mind as a human deficiency. He showed the medicine to the doctor. Doctor examined. He said, no, this medicine doesn't go well with this asthma. Better you don't take. Your health may get into problem. Then Techand had to believe in the words of doctor, because he was not sure how this sadhu, why this sadhu, unknown sadhu, brought the medicine unaskingly and he gave for him voluntarily. What is his intention? He never knew. And who is that person and what was his intention? He never knew. And he kept quiet. After a few days, Sri Ramakrishna appeared in the dream and said, you fool, I sent a medicine through that sadhu and you kept instead of taking. And you were crying that let my asthma be cured or let it be under control. I have sent the medicine, take that medicine. Then when Sri Ramakrishna appeared in the vision and he confirmed that the medicine has been sent by him, Techan, without any again doubt, he started consuming the medicine which was given by sadhu, and as a miraculously, in no time, this asthma for Techan got disappeared. When if we can pray sincerely with devotion, even Thakur can do miracles, or any god and goddesses, or any incarnations can do miracles. So, like this, n number of divine qualities we can list out in every incarnation. On our chosen deities, Ishtadevatas, we can make a list and we can connect it with so many life incidents can be remembered, and we can try to think of every quality. This is called Guna Dhyana, meditating on the divine qualities of the incarnation. When you are hearing this, you may get a question. Why do we need all these things? That Nama Japa is there, or Rupa Dhyana is enough. Why should we do all these things? Why? Because all the time our mind is not stable. Our mind is highly volatile. Sometimes it is extremely happy, sometimes extremely unhappy. Sometimes it feels everything is okay, sometimes everything is not okay. So like that, it is extremely volatile. It keeps on tossing between the extreme dualities. And when mind is perturbed, emotionally perturbed, no knowledge works. How much ever I know, how much ever I'm wise person, how much ever I'm knowledgeable person, the knowledge may not come to our help many times. And when we are emotionally disturbed much, or when we are emotionally down, even when we sit for meditation, we may not be able to do japa properly. It may become mechanical, or even the Rupa Dhyana may not be possible. Properly. Whereas this Guna Dhyana or Leela Dhyana, if we can take, then automatically mind becomes calm, quiet, serene, and that emotional strength we keep getting. Because we are all emotional beings. Very few people stay at the level of thoughts or the intellect, and very few people, rarest people, they live at the level of self or at the level of Atman or the spirit or the consciousness. So most of us, we live at the level of emotions and senses. So our emotions, feelings have got a lot of strength. So that has to be channelized in a right way. It has to be given positive strength for them so that we can use that as a wonderful tool for our spiritual progress. So channelizing them and positively converting all our emotions from negative into positive things, this type of Rupa Dhyana, Guna Dhyana and Leela Dhyana helps us. So that is the reason we have to do this type of meditation also once in a while, which probably brings good depthness in our spiritual life, or probably devotion towards our Ishtadevata or chosen deity, or also the quality of meditation can be increased. Then the next one is called Leela Dhyana. Leela Dhyana is, already I told, meditating on the divine sports of the incarnations. This Sri Krishna descended on this earth and he did innumerable leelas on this earth. Similarly, Rama descended on this earth and he did so many things. And similarly, in the life of Jesus Christ, or Muhammad Paigambar, or in the life of Buddha, or Rama, or Krishna, or Guru Nanak, or Mahavir, or on all the life in the uh, life of all the great saints, prophets, or incarnations, these wonderful incidents will be there. So this is the divine Leela can be considered, the meditation on the divine Leela can be considered as Leela Dhyana. So meditate. Probably, I think on the Kalpataru day, this we try to practice the Leela Dhyana initially from between 3 to 3:20 p.m. How Sri Ramakrishna, we can like meditate and we can visualize and we can meditate. Whoever has gone to Kashipur, where Sri Ramakrishna left his mortal coil, we can mentally we can go to Kashipur, and where Sri Ramakrishna is slowly coming down from the steps with the help of one or two devotees, and below in that grassland, below a tree, Girish Chandra Ghosh, Ramchandra Datta, Upendra, Kalipad Ghosh, and so many other devotees are sitting in the different groups and they were chatting. And when Sri Ramakrishna slowly he descended when descended through the steps, everyone felt very happy. Why? Because Sri Ramakrishna was unable to get up, actually, because of his cancer and because of his ill health. That day he was feeling better. So he came down. And since it was January 1st, it was a government holiday, so many devotees had come. When Sri Ramakrishna, they were able to, when they saw that Sri Ramakrishna is able to get up from his bed and is able to put some steps and is able to get down, that means his health is becoming better. So they all felt that Sri Ramakrishna's health is getting improved. So we can feel rest assured, things may go like this only. And when Sri Ramakrishna came near Girish Chandra Ghosh, everyone came and assembled in and around Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna asked, Girish, what did you see in this body? You were starting to say that you were disclosing or you were announcing that I am the avatara, I am the God, God incarnate. What did you see that? What did you see in this? Because he never used to see I. So he said, what did you see in this? Means in this body. The Girish Chandra Ghosh, he had such a poetic style. He was known as poet, dramatist, and all. We know that. He knelt down and is with a folded hands, with a sincerity and devotion. He started saying that the greatest sage, Brahmarshi, Valmiki, he was unable to, though he described Rama in the 24,000 verses in the Ramayana, he was unable to completely describe who is Rama. In the 1 lakh slokas in the Mahabharata, though one of the biggest history book in the world, still Vyasa failed to describe who is Krishna. And again, he wrote one of the biggest Purana, which is Bhagavata. In the Bhagavata also, he was unable to explain who is Shri Krishna completely. Then I'm a common, ordinary mortal. I'm ordinary mortal. What can I tell you about you? Or what can I explain? It is really foolishness to say that if I can understand, if I have understood about you, and if I can explain you. And with the simple words, with the sincere devotion, with emotion, when he said, Sri Ramakrishna, moved by the devotion of Girish Chandra Ghosh. Immediately, he felt so happy, and his mind again went to Bhava Samadhi. He went into the higher realm, and he started blessing everyone. Tumader Chaitanya ho. May you be illumined. And such an atmosphere created the spiritual atmosphere. Everyone started feeling different. And when Sri Ramakrishna started blessing everyone, people started feeling differently. Someone had Ishtadevata Darshana, someone felt that their Kundalini Shakti has been aroused, and some felt deep meditation. And some, as a reaction, some started shouting, Jai Ramakrishna, Jai Ramakrishna. Some started crying, some fell down on the I mean, on the grassland because they were unable to bear that spiritual fervor. Some sat just as a meditate, I mean, with a deep meditation. And again, some went and plucked some flowers and they were offering the flowers at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. So many reactions we saw, all the spiritual reactions. And Sri Ramakrishna blessed everyone. All their desires were fulfilled. Only one person asked for worldly riches. His desires were also fulfilled. Then, after some time, when Sri Ramakrishna's mind came down and he started slowly walking back and he went into his room. This whole thing, 10 15 minutes, we can feel as if Sri Ramakrishna is coming down in that Kashipur house and this whole incident happened. When our mind is facing a lot of troubles and problems, our mind is not feeling okay, and we are feeling loss of energy. So there such a number of incidents is there, or we can witness in every life of every saint, prophet incarnations. We can visualize them, we can meditate, and we can visualize the every important incident in their life so that it becomes a beautiful qualitative meditation. And also we'll be able to remember our chosen deity in the good form, or in the right form, or in the more concentrated form. So probably in my next class, we will also try to take some more discussions on this Leela Dhyana, and one more type of meditation is called Swarupa Dhyana, which is comparatively a bit difficult. We shall try to discuss by the grace of Sri Ramakrishna. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.